All right, so license plates. License plates are cool in any man cave, especially a car guy man cave. You can just hang them up as is. I've done a lot of projects with license plates. Today's another video about license plates projects. I'm gonna pick out some of these license plates. I'm gonna do some real simple ways to kind of enhance the license plate to use in your shop, garage, house, whatever, as a decor piece rather than just putting it on the wall. All right, for the first project, this one's super simple. It's just gonna enhance, I'm just gonna hang it on the wall. What I got here, this was like a lithograph. I pulled it out of a garage, yard sale, estate sale. It's hanging on the wall for years, and it was a really cool, like glittery poker casino thing. And then when I went to restore it, I fucked it up, messed it up. Then I realized that this is the same size frame as a license plate. So I'm just gonna pick out a super cool license plate. Then I'll figure out how I'm gonna do the frame, if I'm gonna paint it or not. Anyway. All right, so I picked out a few here, couple notables. So if it's gonna go behind glass, you know, you got the patina and the distress here, but whatever you put behind glass just kind of makes it nicer. So this is a matching set. I could put this one, but then I was thinking, well, if it's gonna go behind glass, then the patina, the distress will not really make it as rustic. It's gonna enhance it a little bit. So out of these two, I'm gonna go with this one. Then you gotta start thinking about color. I mean, I guess if you're gonna highlight a license plate, whatever's sentimental or special to you. But for me, I'm trying to pick the plate so I know how to make the frame, because I want the frame to kind of match the plate. So kind of like this one, and I noticed that this one fits in there really nice. It's actually a little bit short, but that's okay. It's gonna capture the frame and everything. And then this one, I believe, is the same size. It's still Illinois Land O'Lakes, and this one's green, got the distressed here, so we would want a distressed frame. But this one's green and white. It's got this speckle. I don't know if that's just, I don't know if that was built into the frame, that speckle, or if, no, I guess not, because it would have it on the back. So that's just something else that got on there during its time since 1954. I'm really digging this one. This is a nice 1935 with a really nice patina on it. Definitely worthy of a frame. But this particular frame, this one doesn't quite fit. And then if I put it in there, I'm gonna try it out. Let's see how it looks with the frame behind. So it does fit, but see how it doesn't capture the edge here? So I'm not really digging that. So this one's out. I'll save this one for another project. And you can't go wrong with red, white, and blue. But this one is a tiny bit bigger. I would have to grind it down a little bit and get it centered up in there. That looks pretty good. That'll look good depending on what your man cave style is. Now understand, I'm gonna be selling these in my antique booth. So, and these red, white, and blue plates from Michigan, they always sell when I put them in there. I always pick them up when I see them. So that's in the running. And if we want to go really rustic, I got this nice Oregon one. But again, it has the same issue as that Illinois one. I'm not capturing the full thing. And then I really like this one as well, but same thing. It doesn't quite fit right. So now we're down to 3. I think for I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna go with this one. And then this is what I'm going to use. Got some in a, I don't remember the brand, but I got some Restore Finish in an estate sale. And since then, whenever I see it in some of these old estate sales, I pick it up. So we're just going to wipe this on. You can see it restores faded wood, blends out scratches, all kinds of stuff. It really just puts a nice new shine on it. It smells, you could smell like like thinner kinda, but I'm sure there's some type of oil in it as well. I'm all about just using what you got. Now this is the original cardboard that was in there. So I don't know, I might end up cutting another piece of cardboard out, but I wanted to see how tight this was and it's gonna hold it nice and firm in there. And it looks like it's about the right depth. I think if I go any more, a thick piece of cardboard, it won't be flush. So now you kind of see where we're getting there. So now we just gotta think about, obviously we can't have that. So, all right, I am gonna use this piece. I was debating on whether I was gonna use this cardboard or cut a new one. I really, honestly like the weather to it. I'm gonna block it out so you don't see it from the front when we put it in the frame. We'll do that. Okay, so we got our old card, block that out, everything's clean. I'm just gonna go ahead, next step, I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on here. Get this centered. Looks good. Frame. That's the top. Clean my glass. Then these are the original tabs. You can see I'm missing some up top here. So I'm just going to use some staples. Okay, moving on to project number 2. I found this box somewhere. I don't even know where I found it. Garage sale probably. My guess, it was like a wood shop project for a kid in high school in '97, but I'm not sure. Just my guess. But it's a nice piece. This was someone put a lot of work to get this curve on here, so it kind of caught my eye. And but by itself, not doing much. So why not make it into a man cave piece just by simply adding a license plate? So went through the license plates like I did on the last one, and I found the right one. I had to find one that was the right size because I wanted to either come below here, which would have taken like a European plate, which I don't have any of those at the moment, or get one tall enough to just go ahead and cover this hole. And that one works. And then from a color standpoint, I decided to go, because I like the maple on here, or whatever wood or finish this is. I'm going to clean it up and just kind of go with that vibe. So the blue I thought looked good. And then I just noticed right now that the letters are white. The back is white. So I won't even have to figure out anything on the inside. So this one's simple. Just going to wrap this thing around, mount it, clean it, and call it done. Well, I guess I learned something today. Last weekend, estate sale, picking up a bunch of stuff. Thought I found a full can of old mineral spirits. It's motor oil. Someone put the oil in here. So got took on that one. Next time I'll have to open the cap, make sure that there's it is what it is on the inside. So sucker, I'm a sucker. Okay, so I actually picked this up at the same place, but this is the actual lacquer thinner, so I feel a little bit better. I was nervous when I opened it up. Thought maybe it was gonna be full of motor oil too. We're just gonna use some lacquer thinner to kind of get any more grease. The 409 took most of it off, but I want to prep this up because I'm not gonna sand any of this. And then I'm just gonna use that same old Restore on this as well. See how it looks. Most of it's gonna be covered up with the license plate anyway, but you will see this top edge, which is kind of cool. The drip, and that will show, that's like the original varnish of whoever did it. Okay, let's work on getting this run out here. That looks really, really nice. Almost a shame to cover it up. Okay, so next step, because that's curved, we got to get the license plate to curve. One of the things that I like to do, I've curved quite a few license plates, is just to slowly roll them on cans. And you gotta be careful not to crease it out. There's other ways you can do it. This just seems to work for me. Just gradually use the can, roll it. Curve it so as you push down, it's snug on the sides. the screws. The type of screw you want to use, you want to make sure it's cohesive with the project. A lot of times I use cabinet screws. Today I'm using these stainless steel screws with these collars. So I think that would be a good touch. They're kind of shiny. It's more of a modern piece, not really a rustic piece. But I think they're the right choice for this project. And last but not least, we'll put some feet on the bottom of this thing. Have these old cabinet rubber things. The adhesive's not very good on them anymore, so I'm just going to glue them on. There you have it. Let's move on to the next one. All right, for the next one, this one here, this is probably the easiest one. I think it's gonna be one of the coolest ones. I've had this for a long time. I knew exactly what I was gonna do with it when I bought it. I thought, you know, that's about the same size as a license plate. I ended up buying it at a garage sale, but you can see it was like a Home Goods, Hobby Lobby piece. This one's Home Goods, 17 bucks. But when I saw this, I said, oh shoot, that would be a simple upcycle, because it looked like the size of a license plate. And lo and behold, this is like, it doesn't get any more perfect than this. So now the next steps is, what colors do you use? Since I'm gonna resell this in my shop, I kind of like the colonial red. So I picked out a colonial blue license plate. I think that goes really good together, and then I could just leave it as is. So this is just a simple swap. This one's just gonna take a second. All right, for the next project, I'm bringing in this. This is a box I picked up somewhere, garage sale probably. I think it was originally, it says oil color set, so I think it was like an art box. Probably had art supplies, pencils, whatnot in here. But yeah, we're gonna use this. And then obviously it's the same shape of a license plate, so we're gonna mount the license plate on there. But I am going to make this to keep for myself, to store. I don't know if you saw my video where I made these air fresheners. So I'm gonna make like a little air freshener kit, I guess you'd call it, where I can keep all my little air fresheners and stuff. I throw them in my car. If anybody brings it up, I can potentially show them what it's all about. I'll show you that when I'm done making this thing. But first things first, we gotta prep this box, because I don't like the color of this box. So I'm gonna strip it down and stain it. I'm gonna do that first.
I've been down so long that my mind can't get no rest. No.
All right, so it's been about 30 minutes. I kind of like, you can see the gooiness coming off. So it looks like it's working. I'm gonna go ahead and scrape off as much of this varnish as I can. Just gonna make the sanding process a lot easier.
I've been running so long that my feet don't work no more. Oh yeah, I've been running so long.
Okay, that worked out really well. It's real sticky. So I'm hoping the lacquer thinner gets it off. I'll probably do another coat of the stripper. But I was just curious to see what this would do. So I'm still gonna sand it. Yeah, this seems to be working pretty good. All right, that's the part that sucks, is the sand and all that, but I think we got it off pretty good. I ended up doing the stripper twice, scraping it on and off, and then getting it sanded. So I think it's good enough for what we're after. It's not fine furniture. And I want a dark color, so we're gonna try whatever this is. Something I picked up at it, again, an estate sale. It's probably old, but let's see what it does here. We'll start off the inside first. That'll work. Nice and dark. So as I mentioned before, I'm going to use this for my metal dash air fresheners for old classic cars. I'll put a link into the description of that video. They're really, really cool. I made them with bottle caps and wine corks. Got quite a bit of assortment. So I think this is going to be a really cool piece to house those in. Well, you'll see at the end when I do the reveal. I'll do a reveal of all the projects at the end. I think I'm not sure. I might show you the highlights after end of each one, but at the end I'll put them all together. If you like what you're watching, if you like the ideas and you want to get more ideas for automotive crafts and trash to treasure stuff with car related themes or beer breweryana, that type of stuff, man cave type stuff, subscribe to my channel. I think you'll dig it. Check out some of my other stuff first, maybe. You want to make sure. But yeah, I appreciate you guys sticking around this far. Okay, while all that dries, I'm gonna go ahead and prep the plate. This is a plate I decided to use. This is a really nice plate. 56 yellow black California, worth a little money. So I'm just gonna kind of polish this plate up with some linseed oil. Just kind of let that, just refreshen that paint. Give it a little bit of a sheen. It'll soak it in. That'll give it a little pop of color up against that darker stain. Stain didn't turn out quite as dark as I was hoping, but definitely got an older look. Doesn't look so new and I guess modern when you have just the light color. That looks good. Linseed oil, I use this a lot. Sometimes I'll mix it with thinner if I'm doing like a big project to make it spread. But something like this, just go full on linseed oil. All right. We'll just pull these back in. And I put up the plate. I'm just not feeling this. I think I need it a little bit darker. Maybe some shinier. So I'm gonna try, I've done this a couple of times, try creating like a black wax type of thing. So I did this on a project a while ago and it worked pretty good. I mixed some of this black acrylic paint and some wax and rubbed it on. You can see it really ages it, gives it this darker, older, roughed up finish. like, I don't know, it kind of looks like it's been in the garage for a while. Looks like got the grease on it or something. But I like the look of it. So we soak those in acid 10-15 minutes, if that. And this is just hydrogen peroxide, just to get the rust started on them. And those will just start aging naturally. Mainly worried just about the heads of the bolts because the other part's going to be on the inside. But you can see how that just makes it look old. All right, final assembly. We're going to put some details into this thing. I got an idea for the back here that's going to work perfect for the air fresheners. I'm also think how cool would it be? We got the license plates going to go on the front. We could put some some vintage road map liner on the bottom of these cubbies right here. And then, yeah, final steps. Let's finish this thing off. For the back, I decided to go ahead and use this is a new old stock, old Quaker State motor oil can. So this is one that never got put together, but it just fits really nice back in here. So I'm going to use that for the lid. I was thinking about doing it as a map, but once I drilled the holes, kind of messed up the wood a little bit. So this will cover it up. And then this is really cool because it's metal, and then I'll be able to stick my magnetic air fresheners there. All right, turned out so cool. I love this thing. I love my air freshener magnets. I think I love the case just as much, if not more. But for those of you who haven't seen that video, this is kind of what I put together. These are wine corks and bottle caps, magnets on the bottom that stick to your metal dash. And what you see on the left there, that is one of those fragrant oils. So what you would do is you would unscrew the top. I'll kind of show you right here. You unscrew the top and then you put a little drops on that little felt, and then you put some drops inside of the cork, and then you just stick it to your dash, and it creates a whatever scent you want, but it's going to make your hot rod smell good, your classic car smell good. I have all kinds of different caps. You can make your own. But anyway, if you haven't seen that video, there's a link at the end. Check it out. Thanks for watching.